Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Abhishek and let's talk about 5 insane hacks to edit photos in Lightroom. Honestly, there are so many hidden features in Lightroom Classic, especially in the recent versions, that it took me a really long time to actually narrow it down to 5 main ones that I really want to talk about in this particular video. But before we get started, please do hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. It really does make a difference. So, without wasting any more time, let's move on. Hack number 1. If you're confused about all the different sliders in Lightroom like exposure, whites, highlights, there's a very simple way you can actually edit your photos using the histogram. That curly little waveform that you actually see in the develop panel, yes, you can actually use that to edit your photos. Let me show you how to do it. Under the develop panel in Lightroom, once you have the photo open, you can actually find the histogram portion on the top right corner, and once you have your cursor in the middle of the histogram, you can actually drag it left or drag it right, and you will see that the exposure is being adjusted globally in the picture. Now, when you're using the histogram to actually edit your photos, the middle portion right here is the portion that actually controls the exposure. The left corner and the right corner controls the whites and the black, and the portions before them, the middle portions before the corners, are actually the shadows and the highlights. Now you can use any of the corners to adjust the blacks or the whites and even the exposure of the image by just using the histogram. Now the next hack that I'm going to show you guys, a lot of people out there would actually not know about it because not everyone learns about keyboard shortcuts in Lightroom. So this particular one you can actually use to fix the composition of your image in Lightroom by using the crop tool and the letter O on your keyboard. Now we all know about the rule of thirds, but using this particular feature in Lightroom, you can actually cycle through about 3 to 4 different kinds of composition techniques, and this is how you do it. Head over to the crop tool icon over there, and once you have that selected, press the letter O on your keyboard. You'll see that it cycles through composition techniques like the golden triangles or the golden circle and even the rule of thirds. And you can actually use this to fix your composition of your image the way you like it. Does this happen to you guys as well? Like, I know people who have dogs, like you, they find hair everywhere, on their food, couch, bed, everywhere. But when it lands in your cup of coffee, do you guys just throw it out? I really don't want to. I did find a hair in there. I'm just going to take it out. And I really don't want to waste this cup of coffee. It's my first one in the day, and this is the first thing I'm drinking after getting up. So, I know. Don't judge me. So for the next hack, let me show you guys how to actually manipulate particular areas in your photo using the tone curve. Now I have made a full detailed video on the tone curve and I'll link it somewhere right over here for you guys to go ahead and check it out. It's really good. A lot of people seem to like it. But this particular hack will actually show you guys how to manipulate certain areas in your image without actually affecting the entire image as a whole. Under the tone curve panel, without adjusting anything in the tone curve, this is what you're going to do. Head over to this particular icon right here and actually pick a point where you want to make the change. If I pick this portion right here, it will create a point on the highlights in the tone curve, and I actually can drag that particular portion up and down to actually affect the highlights in the image. I can actually do the same for the shadows as well. It creates a point on the tone curve, and if you drag it up and down, it will actually affect that certain area in the picture without affecting the entire image globally. For the next portion of the video, let me actually show you guys how to use the skin smoothing mask in Lightroom, and it's actually easier than you think because with AI integration in the latest version of Lightrooms, you can actually do this with just a few clicks. Now once you have the photo open under the develop panel, head over to the masking tool right here, and under the people section, you can actually find the person in the picture listed, and once you click on that, you can let Lightroom do all the work of selecting the person, and once you have the entire person selected, you can actually select particular portions of the person to actually affect the change. Next, what I'm going to do is select the facial skin right here and create a new mask. give Lightroom a little bit time to work its magic, and once the new mask is selected, I'm going to slide up to the preset portion right here and select Soften Skin Light. Now once you have the preset selected to Skin Softening Light, you can actually hold down the spacebar on your keyboard and zoom in the picture, and you can actually turn on and off the hide unhide button right here and see the difference. This is without the preset and this is with the preset. All it took is just a few clicks to actually soften the skin on this particular image without going through the entire process of frequency separation that we used to do before AI was a thing. For the last portion of my video, I'm actually going to show you guys how to create a fake sun effect in your photos using the radial filter. Let's get right into it. Now once you have the photo open under the develop panel, all you have to do is head over to the masking option right here and select the radial gradient tool. Then create a radial gradient filter just on the side of the image where you think would be the most appropriate, and once you have that ready, increase the exposure slightly and then increase the whites and go down to the section where you have texture and clarity. Drop the texture somewhat and also drop the clarity. And now that you have already decreased the texture and the clarity of that particular portion of the image, all you have to do is add a little bit more warmth to your picture to make it more realistic. And this is how you do it. Go down to the temperature section right here and increase it to the desired quantity. And I also like to add a little bit more pinkish tint to the particular mask, and there we go. That looks so much better than it was without the fake sun. Once the mask is completed, here's the before and here's the after. With that fake sun glow effect using the radial filter, it does actually add a little bit more depth to that entire photo. So there you go. These 5 tips or hacks should help you level up your editing skills in Lightroom. If you enjoyed this video and actually learned something from it, drop a like and please do subscribe to my channel. It really does make a difference. So that's it for me today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.